Here are our top 25 rankings. Obviously, I think the question for a lot of people, would be, is the path there for Missouri? I think
no.
You don't think it's there. I think if they're 10-2, if they win out, which would include a win over right now number 3 A&M, and by then could be a top 10 OU team.
Yep.
If they play 4 ranked teams, and all 4 of those teams when they play them are top 10 teams, and they win 2 of those games, and they are 10-2, they are in the playoff.
Okay, so you've got the group of 5, which is probably Memphis.
Yes.
And then you'll have the ACC, which is probably UVA.
The ACC does potentially surprisingly run some issues into this, because if you look at all the schedules there, crazy things could happen. UVA and Louisville do not play each other until potentially the championship game, so they could both be one-loss teams going into the championship game. Based off the college football playoffs comments last year, losing in a conference championship game will not be held against you. I again say that's what they said last year. I have zero confidence that they'll keep that year to year. So that could be problematic. In the same time as we're sticking with the ACC, there could be another one-loss ACC team. And if this is true, this completely throws everything off, because if Georgia Tech is a one-loss team, that means they beat Georgia. Right, so if that happens, good God almighty, I'm not sure exactly what it looks like. I'm not sure how high they could possibly be, but the ACC could legitimately throw some wrenches into the back end of the playoff.
Here's the problem that I have found with Mizzou trying to make a run is the big key for them is going to be Georgia, because they would have to come up with essentially a miracle tiebreaker against the Bulldogs. So Mizzou wins out. Texas A&M, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, Arkansas finished 10-2. Oklahoma would have to beat Alabama. Texas would have to beat Georgia, and Texas would have to lose to Texas A&M. Vanderbilt would have to lose to Tennessee, and then Mizzou would have to win a tiebreaker over Bama. Common opponent is Oklahoma. They'd have to win a tiebreaker over Texas. Common opponent would be Texas A&M, but I can't find a tiebreaker for Mizzou to beat Georgia. And then I don't know if Mizzou loses in the SEC championship game to Alabama. I don't know if the 3-loss Mizzou goes to the championship. But I cannot find a tiebreaker against Georgia. That's my problem.
That's a really good point. The Georgia schedule is, and again, if because they still have potentially Georgia Tech keeps winning by the end of the season. Could Georgia Tech climb to 13 and be a top 13 team when Georgia potentially whomps them in the last game
and Georgia,
on their schedule?
But that's a non-conference game.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
So Georgia, I think even a 2-loss Georgia losing to Alabama and Georgia Tech, that would trump the Mizzou losses.
2-loss Alabama.
Yeah, at home.
And a 2-loss Georgia Tech.
You lost to Vandy on the road.
You did lose to Vandy, but you'd have a win over number 3 Texas A&M and a win over a top 10 OU.
Yeah, but I think they're looking at the losses.
But why? I mean,
because
the losses matter.
Georgia's wins are better, or at least equal to Mizzou's wins. Mizzou doesn't even have a signature win.
But they would have 2 in this this scenario that I'm saying.
Yep.
They would have 2. That's what I'm just saying. If they go 10-2 in this scenario, one other thing is the OU win could be even bigger if OU somehow beats Alabama and then Mizzou beats Oklahoma. Then they're definitely dancing at that point. In that scenario, if Mizzou beats an OU team that beat Bama, that's an absolutely crystallized. That's 2 crystallized, potentially top 7 wins.
Okay,
for Mizzou, that's pretty big. Georgia, by the way, has lost to Alabama, but has beaten number 23 Tennessee, number 7 Ole Miss, and that's their 2 big wins. That's Ole Miss and Tennessee. Mizzou has a better resume at 10-2 at that point than Georgia does. Georgia would have wins over Texas and Tennessee and Ole Miss. I guess that is a better resume, but not that much better. It is better though. You're right. You're not wrong.
And then the other one that you have to look out for is Texas.